We are at the Vernon Hills Municipal Golf Course, the 9-hole off of Route 45 and Evergreen Drive. And it's got to be the best day of the year. A beautiful day in Vernon Hills is a beautiful day. And we're with a couple bigwigs to talk about a lot of cool stuff going on over here. We're with Vince Juarez from Kemper Sports. He manages this and a lot of other clubs as well. He's a pro guy who we're going to talk to about a new mower and some other things going on. And we've got Chris Vanata, who is our public works director and village engineer, and he's going to talk about more green things going on in Vernon Hills, because we're quite a green community. So let's start with what we're standing in front of, Vince. You're going green on the greens. You're testing out something. We're giving something a try.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, it's important to say thank you to the village of Vernon Hills and the administration. We've been partners here in Vernon Hills since 1979. This is our first managed property that we were part of, and it's part of our portfolio today. So we're thrilled to be here.
Well, and you guys are award-winning, by the way, over there. You're always in the top 10 of 9 holes in Chicagoland. People come from all over.
They do. This is a beautiful golf course. The creek runs through 7 of the 9 holes out here. It's more difficult than people give credit for out at the golf course here, and it's always in great shape. And thanks to the team on the ground for all the hard work that they do. But this is a autonomous mower from Husqvarna. Autonomous mowers have been becoming more and more popular in the golf industry over the last several years, and we thought it was fitting to recommend, and we've used it at a couple different facilities, but recommend to the village of Vernon Hills that you guys become one of the first facilities in the Chicagoland area to use one of these in our portfolio. So we've partnered with Husqvarna to bring this mower here to the golf club. It'll start out mowing around the clubhouse area. Okay. It'll stay on 18 in the number 1 area here, and it'll be run continuously throughout the day with nobody manning it.
I'm trying to understand this. It's a robot and it mows 24/7. How does it stay powered? Does it know how to come back to plug in? Or?
It certainly does. It'll have a power station that is over by their maintenance barn over here. It knows to come back to that power station once it's low on battery. We geofence the area that we want it to mow, that we want it to stay in, and that's how it stays on course and stays in the area. It won't be mowing the greens. It'll be mowing the rough area around the clubhouse, around the practice facility, around number 9, etc.
So when you say geofence, so it's kind of is that just an electronic, I'm thinking about an invisible dog fence, not like a fence I can see. It's just something to keep it in its spot.
Yeah, very similar, all done via satellite, correct.
Well, and when you say satellite then, so if anybody's up on the 1st or the 18th or near the clubhouse and sees this going, does it know to stay out of my way, or do I have to stay out of its way?
It's got sensors on it, so if any golfer, cart, person, animal, anything gets in front of it, it will stop.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So what about shenanigans going on? So you can tell where it is because of the geo tracking. What if somebody, it's pretty small. What if somebody decided to take it home and try it out?
There are safety measures built into the unit, so we know where it's at all times. So
it's not a good thing to be swiping for any reason.
I would caution against it, yes.
Okay, that's interesting to know, and that would really think about that. So when you think about it can mow 24/7 without a person, without gas, without emissions, that's a pretty cool thing to try. Are you thinking if it works, we can go wider with that?
Yeah, we certainly wanted to start off slowly here at the Muni, bring in 1 unit, test the efficiency of the unit, and then obviously expand from there. So,
and I saw there's bigger units you can buy that if it works, we could plug some other things in.
There are, yes.
Interesting, and that's where Chris comes in. So you're kind of leading one of the charges for Vernon Hills to be green and sustainable. So you're watching this with great interest because you've got a lot of places it could go.
Yeah. There are multiple other locations. We do a lot of mowing in town. We have our Vernon Hills Athletic Complex, which could be another good option to use something like this. Really, this mower is one piece of the the village's overall sustainability goals and projects, one piece of the puzzle. The push towards electrification is one of the tenets of the Greenest Region Compact, which the villages entered in several years ago. We have many other electrification projects going on. We're looking at installing a electric charging station in our village hall for our first electric fleet vehicle that has been put in the budget for this upcoming year. We've also been doing a lot of work with LED retrofitting on our street lights. So looking at alternative energy sources and reducing our carbon footprint is a big part of what the village has been focusing on.
Well, let's back up on those LED streetlights. That's something you've been converting over time, and it does save tremendous money, and I understand that there's a lot less work that has to go into maintaining and fixing them. So that rollout is going to continue through the neighborhoods?
Absolutely. So we've kind of been slowly testing it out to make sure we're getting our process down, the right products in. But this past year, we've budgeted $250,000 in our capital improvement program, which is the most we've put towards this program in the last several years, because we're really comfortable with the lights we're using, the method we're using, and that we're getting a good product. So we're really ramping that up.
And when you talk about electrification of vehicles, that's not, you've had some hybrid vehicles on the fleet for quite a while. You were some early adopters of trying those things out.
Yeah, that's correct. We have some hybrid police vehicles as well as some admin vehicles. The next step is to test the waters in a full electric vehicle. So this year, not only do we have the electric vehicle in the city's budget, the village's budget, as well as a charging station too.
Well, when we think about these things, this is good data for people at home. Like if you want to find out how the electric vehicles work, especially for short jaunt around town, which is where a lot of them are, they stay in town. Or if you want to see how this is working, just keep tuned in and we'll find out how it's all going, because I wouldn't mind one of these at home, so if I didn't have to go out and mow the yard. But let's come back to where we're standing. Right now we're standing kind of on the putting area, but there's some big news that we've been hearing about over here. I forgot, short game?
Yeah, we're getting ready to break ground on a new short game facility here at the Muni at Vernon Hills. It's going to be a 16,000 square foot putting complex, chipping complex practice green that'll expand this entire putting green area to the other side of this cart path. The practice nets will still stay intact. This will allow us to really expand junior golf programming through the park district, through the village, expand offerings through the current clientele that we have, give the golfers some additional practice space, something to do while people are inside having dinner or having lunch, whether kids or spouses are out here practicing and playing golf. So it's really a great complex. We have a couple in the Chicagoland area, but this will be one of the few in this area.
Well, and so you're getting ready to break ground. Is this something that'll be ready to go by next year, or does it take a lot of growing in time? I know grass is a tricky thing.
Yeah, certainly is. So we're looking to break ground towards the end of June on this project. There will be a grow-in phase. It will be open in 2025. Okay. The grass has to grow. It's got to mature. We've got to make sure that it's healthy enough to open for the general public.
And even during construction, we'll see construction starting here. You're open over here all the time. It's not like anything's going to close down here, right?
100%. The golf course is open. We'll have some remodeling done on the first tee area, because this 16,000 square feet, quite a large area, going to extend over near the first tee area. It's going to extend on the other side of this cart path over towards the other side of the clubhouse. But the golf course will remain open. Golf course is open for business. Come play the Muni.
Well, and I was going to say it's easy to come play the Muni. You've got an online, you can go on and get your tee times. There's leagues, there's just standing tee times. You've got great lunches, you've got a pro shop, you've got everything there is you'd ever want to have right here in the middle of town.
100%. And it's right here for the residents.
Wonderful. Thank you for taking the time, you guys. This is all interesting stuff. We'll come back and we'll get a report so we can know what to do, because I think there's a lot of us sitting at home going, that would be kind of neat if my grass just cut itself. So we're going to find out how that goes. So remember, if you're out here, watch for this. See how it goes. It's going to be set up and rolling around. Thanks, guys. Remember, if you've got questions, go online, check the websites, ask your questions, and for sure, get out and enjoy Vernon Hills. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.